Okay, welcome back to the channel. We have seen some of these, but not all of these. So we're going to start right over here, below where my picture is, there in the middle-ish, middle left. And we've seen this one here. We've seen this one. We've seen all the ones before that. We've seen this one. This one I'm not sure. It's Princess of Ruins. I mean, great song, great melody, great lyrics, great meaning, great feeling. I don't know. Angelina is music, right? She's a musical genius too, and you know, she writes what she feels, man. It's not just writing, it's, I don't know, trying to put into words the feelings that we all struggle with, trying to describe Angelina. She has to find words for those to write them into lyrics that will communicate the message to us heathens and commoners, okay? I know most of you aren't heathens and commoners, but I'm just saying, us mortal beings, if you will. And, yeah. She just got away, man. She's it. She's the one. Yeah, this band was good too and all. This is here's the difference. She's in Vegas. Entertainment capital of the world. Has been for decades, okay? Nothing here is new to them, other than Angelina. But nothing, they have to be one of the best places to go to get, if you're a professional singer, you go there and you're in a professional environment all the way. They've got everything they need to entertain an audience right there. Everything to make a performance the best performance it can be. That's what they do there, okay? And if they didn't do it there, they wouldn't be successful. That's the whole... Nowadays, it used to be people went to Vegas to gamble. When they got tired of gambling, maybe they go catch a show somewhere, right? Around the time that Elvis came there, that changed. Because Elvis actually changed it, I think. At least he's being given some credit for it, that people came to see Elvis and then gambled while they were there. Whole different mindset. They didn't come there to gamble first and then go see a show. They came there to see Elvis. And they gambled before and after the show if they were going to be gambling. So, people go there more now for entertainment than they do for the gambling, I think. I don't know what the stats are on that, but I'm sure people spend a lot of money gambling still. I mean, that's a thing, but the shows now, I mean, they all got shows. I mean, Angelina's there performing. She's got a one-night only performance, but right down the street at the Caesar's Palace, Adele's performing and Garth Brooks is performing. Think of some bigger names out there. There's not too many. Taylor Swift, of course, is around. I don't know where she might be performing in one of those other hotels I didn't go to. I don't know where she is. I think she's out on tour, right? So, the biggest names in the industry come here, and it's, I don't know, I guess it's like, if you can play Vegas, you've not only made it, you are it, okay? So, again, I go back to the same, I like to whine once in a while. Hey, go change your diaper, Steve. Hey, I might have one on. Don't be making fun of me now. So, there's been criticism, I find it hard to relate to a lot of the criticisms. I understand. We all want Angelina to be world famous right now, okay? The reality of it is, she's probably better off taking it slow so she can get used to it. You've heard the stories about the people who win all kinds of money in lotteries. A few years later, they're filing bankruptcy because they don't know how to hang on to it. They didn't actually earn it; they won it. But then when you have the money, then what do you do with it, right? If you earn it, you've done all the work necessary to understand how to manage it, keep it, and do the right things with it, so you'll have it for a longer period of time, maybe forever, right? For generational wealth. But when you get it given to you, it doesn't mean as much to you. You might not think that's true, but I know it. You all know it is true. That when you earn your own money, that means a lot more to you. You're a lot more careful with that money than you would be with money that just is handed to you. And not only are you more careful with it, you understand what it takes to get it, and then you appreciate it, and you will take care of it because you know the work and what goes into doing it. Angelina's done the work. She's been working at this since she was a little baby, and it's always been who she is. It isn't really work. It's who she is. Remember, she says breathing is like singing. Singing is like breathing to her. There you go. What else do you need to say? And Every time we see her, she's singing or thinking about singing or going somewhere to sing or whatever, you know. It's her life. So why do I bring that all up? You know, there was a lot of criticism before this that things weren't on the right track and things are going too slow. Republic Records isn't doing their job. Uncle Mike's not doing his job. It's over his head. Blah 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 blah. That's what I call all that. Blah 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 blah. I don't know anything about the music industry, but I can tell you this. Rob Christie doesn't have his job where he's at because he's not good at it. Okay, and Capital Republic Records didn't get where they are by not being on top of their game, because I think they're pretty close to being the top label that there is. I think, if they still call it a label, and you don't get there by accident. It's a dog eat dog world out there. Everybody knows it, right? So how do you get there? You got to be smart. Them signing Angelina showed that they had faith in her talent, that at some point in time it was going to explode. And they're expecting that to a certain degree, but they're controlling it because Angelina's still only 18 years old, okay? She's still a kid. She's very mature for her age, but sometimes, that stuff, celebrity, money, with that comes a certain amount of power too. And then, of course, the temptation to, you get bored with having everything, and now what, And that's where some people get in trouble. I don't think that's going to happen to Angelina because she has such a solid family, but you never know. You never know. So should we pile on massive wealth and fame and celebrity on Angelina when she's 18, 19, 20 years old? Should we do that to her? I don't know. Might be smarter to take a slow pace and let it build to a point, a crescendo, and then do something the world's never seen before. My dream for Angelina, nobody's watching this video, so nobody's going to hear it. No, I shouldn't say nobody. There's probably not many people that made it this far in this video, okay? Because I talk too much. But here's my dream for Angelina. I would love to see her and her team and her people, Republic Records, everybody that their family, whatever, get involved in a project where they do like they used to have. Remember, they used to have Live Aid, and they used to have these big, enormous concerts, global concerts back in the day. This is in a day before we had all this global communication right in our hand. Okay, this was a whole different thing. So if I remember right, they set a couple of big stages up in some big cities around the world. And then they televised the whole thing, stopping off in London and New York and wherever else, L.A. I don't know where they went, if there were other places. I don't remember the details. But they tried to bring the world together to raise money for, one of them was for hunger, I believe, Live Aid. And then the other one was something else. But they raised a lot of money. They raised over, back in those days, and when things bought a lot more, I think they raised over $1 billion in charity donations. And unfortunately, there were some issues with that made it go a little sour, I guess. But I think that Angelina and her people are perfectly positioned with the Norwegian Refugee Council, the NRC. They are a pretty big organization, but they know how to do things. And they also do it with the right heart. So they're just one example of a really good organization. There's probably a lot more places like that out there that could get involved in making sure that any monies or anything that was raised was distributed to where it belonged and not in other people's pockets, okay? And for her to put together something like that now, at this point in history, and to do it globally because everybody's got a phone in their hand, you could potentially reach the whole world, as Angelina has always dreamed of doing, through an event like that. And in the meantime, too, also because Angelina is very always thoughtful about those that don't have much, the poor people of the world, the people that need things. Maybe we can help them out at the same time, raise some money for them, to help them get whatever they need. And again, this all has to be done with the right heart. It can't just be done out of greed or self. What do you want to call it? Somehow you're being enriched through the process. It has to be done to help people genuinely, and it takes the right type of people to do that. Angelina, I think, is the right person to lead it. There's people out there, hopefully, that could distribute whatever funds are raised and collect the ones that are promised, and get the aid to the people that need it, not just greedy people. Okay. That's my thought. Can you imagine Angelina right now being on stage, even virtually? It wouldn't matter if it was in person or virtually. How would it be to have Angelina on stage with Taylor Swift, Adele, Mariah Carey? Who else? Sting. Who else is out there? Sam Smith. There's a lot of great artists out there, and then you got a lot of up and comers too. The more the merrier. And put together some kind of a big telethon like they used to have back in the old days. Raise money for this. So it's nothing new, but it's new because now we have technology in our hands. We could watch the whole thing on our phone. Unimaginable back when they did it before. Nothing like that was even conceived of because it didn't exist. You had to watch it on the TV. Oh, well, anyway, there you go. There's my dream for Angelina. Is I'd like to see her be a part of or the head of, head being the headliner or the head, I don't know, what do you want to call it? The person driving the bus, if you will. And because that fulfills her dreams so far. She may have other dreams now. But what a wonderful thought that is. And Angelina just got done telling us she's not going to wear shoes because, it's her part of her identity. I'd like to see her at the end of an event like that after they raise money. I'd like to see them raise a goal like a couple of $1 trillion. That's what I'd like to see them raise. In this country they make these secret budgets and nobody knows what's in it. They budget, $4, $5, $6, $7 trillion now it seems to be the going rate, and nobody knows where any of it goes. I'd like to see Angelina raise a couple trillion and have every penny accounted for, and it goes to people that need the money, okay, to buy necessary things for them just to be safe and secure. To have Angelina come out at the end of the show when they do a tally of what's been raised and where it's going, that could all be established ahead of time probably to a certain degree. And have her sit down on a stool and casually slip on a pair of nice shoes. And proclaim sorry, I wiggled the mouse. That's my bad. Proclaim an end to poverty globally. That we did it. What did I say? We, everybody, did it together as the human race, humanity. I think Angelina has the ability to do that. She has the power. That's what I think. Will it happen? Who knows? My dream is not her dream, but it's similar. And I think my dream would get her to where she wants to go, and will end up eventually, with or without my dream being any part of it. So you take Republic Records. There's people that look at the short game. There's people that look at the long game. There's people that look at everywhere in between. I think Angelina's not only right on track, she's already there. People say, well, she's, you know, they're not doing enough. They're not doing enough. She just sang in Vegas on the same stage that Elvis sang on. She's there already. She was on that giant marquee out front. Barry Manilow's playing there through 2024. Is he the biggest name in music? He's not the biggest name in music, but he's been around in music a long time, and he's a well-respected artist. And she's on the same marquee as him. You know, there's a picture of him, there's a picture of her, but her picture was actually bigger. Not that size matters, of course. But, yeah, you know, she's there. Is she out in Vegas every week playing? No. But you know what? She would be if she would be let loose to do so. Her mother says she's putting the brakes on her all the time. Yeah, she wants to go out and perform all the time. So, let's move on. Oh boy, have I dragged this one out. So that was Princess of Ruins. Let's go see what's next.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. And everybody is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true. If by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment? If I go, 'cause I've been by myself all night long. But when you in this life, can't see the last time. We might be nothing like we were before we realized we were standing alone. Your minutes wasted. It was just like a movie. Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. And everybody is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true. If by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment? If I go, 'cause I've been by myself all night long. But when you in this life, can't see the last time. We might be nothing like we were before we realized we were standing alone. Your minutes wasted. It was just like a movie.
All right, guys. I was going to do more, but I'm going to stop there. That's... I talked way too long earlier, I guess, but it was on my mind. Sorry about that. As you guys know, I do this stuff stream of consciousness, which that can be good or bad. especially bad when I get in a pensive and thought-provoking moment. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Beautiful song here. It's an Adele cover. And I've said it ever since the first time I heard Angelina sing an Adele song. And then I went and listened to the Adele song because I'd never heard it before. And Angelina's, to me, she has so much extra stuff in her singing that it's no comparison to anybody. I mean, not that it's all about comparison. What it is why do I say Angelina's the best singer I've ever heard? Because she touches my heart and my soul. It's that simple. And I can listen to Adele all day long, and there might be a song or two where she gets close to touching my heart and my soul, or might touch it a little bit. Not like Angelina does. And I think part of it now is, as I've said before, is like a Pavlov's dog's response. I hear the name Angelina, my ears perk up, and I'm already starting to tear up, just from hearing her name mentioned somewhere. Yeah, she just is. She's got my heartstrings in her hand, pull them anytime, and it's okay. I'm there willingly, and I'm there because I can appreciate that. No other artist has ever been able to do that. And I'm 69 years old. I'm not sure how many more artists are going to come along that are going to be in that competition. Like, who cares? Who cares about me, right? Nobody, except for maybe Angelina. She does love her audience. She does love her fans. And those of us that are angels, I guess we'll call them, at least at a minimum, they're super fans, but they could be more than that, even, who knows. But yeah, we've felt that together as a collective, and we understand it, and we understand each other a little bit better by the shared experience, I think. So I will end all of my yammering on for this particular video. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.